Alrighty, y'all. Welcome back. So, today, I'm going to go ahead and hit a chest day. I try not to skip too many chest days. It is my favorite day out of all the little program days, especially the heavy chest day where I get a bench, well, flat bench. And just the one exercise I've always really want to get better and try to keep strong. That I actually have to work at getting strong. Like my deadlift, it's strong and it gets strong, but I don't have to try as hard at it. The bench press, on the other hand, like I actually really have to try to get it to grow. Same with my squat. And so I try not to miss as many bench days as I do any other day. And but we're gonna go ahead and start off here. Just 135, first set. I'm moving this up to be my warm-up weight instead of 95. I think 95 pounds is just starting to feel a little silly. Easy peasy. So, just kind of still been busy. Finally starting to catch up on some other things though. And the gym is going to be one of those things that we got to get caught back up on now for the next 3 weeks basically before super busy again. So with that, we're really going to focus on this. Working on the diet. Been slowly bringing my calories back down to where we want it to be at. And we are just about there. Today's going to be basically the last day of it being a little high. Then tomorrow will be in our cup calories. So, I am a little excited about that, to try to catch back up a little bit on this. And then after that, guys, we're going to be down in Florida. And still going to have home gym set up, but we won't be able to deadlift in there anymore. Don't want to destroy the floor. But I'm thinking we may, or for sure going to get one gym membership. There's a little small weightlifting gym. It's a couple blocks away from where I'm going to be living, so that's nice. They're open 24/7. And then there's also a Crunch Fitness that's a few miles away. So I think we're going to get a membership to both. So I don't know which ones allow filming. They do or don't, whatever. We'll have to figure that out, right? But the videos will be coming back. You guys just got to give me about a month and we'll be able to get into it consistently again. Back to daily posting. But for now, they're just going to be a little sporadic still. Nice and clean 225. Did feel a little heavy, but I think we're still going to shoot for 275, at least one single, and maybe we'll hit a couple singles and we'll stack them up to try to get in our 275 reps and see what happens. Alrighty, so let's see if we can hit this 275. And we're going to hit it for a single. We'll reset, and I'm just going to hit singles Might take little breaks in between each one, but we'll see how many we can get knocked out here. So this is just because we haven't been training consistently. So I know like the stamina per se is not there. Even though the strength is there. Like that's a solid 275 rep. So I will take those. So now I'll take a little break. Then we'll come back. We'll hit another 275. And we'll try to get in at least 3. All right. Let's hit rep number 2. It's been about, I don't know, a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. So don't want to rest too long between these reps. But we are looking for the ATP in the muscle and the central nervous system to kind of reset. I think we're just going to leave it at 2 there. It felt a little heavy towards the end there. I felt a little strain in the left wrist, trying to keep the weight nice and stable. So this is the weak hand and forearm. So if that's feeling a little strained, and then the next one I got to really struggle and focus on just trying to keep the bar stable, it's going to take away from pressing it. That's okay. This little bitch ass forearm just sometimes is not along for the party. So we just kind of have to deal with it. But it kind of is what it is. So it makes sense. We haven't been doing any deadlifts or anything to work on the grip strength. And this little forearm just, when you break a bone, things just kind of seem to not be the same after that. But it'll get there. We'll get it strong again. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and break this down, and we'll get set up to do across the chest cable presses. Now we're going to push a bunch of blood into the chest. All right, so now we're going to move into some across the chest presses here. See how these feel. But we're going to take them nice and slow today. Kind of just focusing on technique. That stretch. And getting the muscle to contract as tight as we can for the most engagement. We're definitely going to move up some weight. So next set we'll go 40, then probably 50, and then we'll see where we're at after that. Oh man. You know what I'm excited about though? With this moving thing? Is getting to go to a normal gym again. As much as, I enjoy doing whatever I want in here, whatever noises, whatever music, putting away my weights, not putting away my weights. I do miss seeing other people hit it and push themselves. I miss having a spotter. maybe I'll be able to find myself a new training partner again. Get a little friendly competition between us going. Woo! Because I tell you what, there's pluses and minuses to both. You know, the home gym is like the freedom, my sanctuary. This is where no one bothers me. Not having people stare at me, judge me, shit like that, right? But then being in the gym, you've got that like that dog in you. You know, you want to be the top dog. You're gonna push harder when people are looking. You know, you're gonna see the bigger, stronger dudes, and you're like, man, I need to work harder. I need to move the weight they're moving. I want to be as big as those guys. Like it lights a fire into your ass in a sense, you know, when you're thriving for those types of goals and you see people at the goal you want to reach, you know, it keeps you motivated. Like, you know, they've already dug deep and they've worked for what they're at. And, you know, when you see them in there pushing and grinding, you know, it's like, I need to be there too. I need to make sure I'm working just as hard as them, because that's the work that it takes to get there. And it keeps you humble. And in a way, you know, you kind of lose that in your home gym. And then, like, the other thing that's super cool too is 20, 30, 40. Okay, I did it at 10 pounds. About going back to the gym is, you know, you've been there for a while, people start noticing your progress and stuff, and like you start getting that like, man, like you've slowed down quite a bit, like your waist is getting smaller, and man, like your shoulders are looking bigger around her, and your arms are growing, and man, your bench press is getting stronger. Like, all that stuff is super freaking motivating. So, but when I'm doing it here, you know, it's just me being like, oh, you know what? Like, I hit another goal. Like, yeah, cool. But there's no, like, I feel good about doing it, but there's no, like, real hype about it. Ah. Woo! 50's feeling good. I think we're gonna shoot for 60 for the first time. See what we can do here. Alright, so we're gonna shoot for this, see how it goes, and go from there. But this is gonna end up being the last set for today. I've got to go take care of some more stuff now, and then later on get this evening's cardio walk done. But ooh. Oof. 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 Woo! Yeah, buddy. I tell you what, it's heavy, but I think the hardest part is actually just keeping myself tight. Like, my obliques aren't quite strong enough to, like, really fight that 60 pounds. Ah. Ah. Woo. I tell you what, that's hard. 60 pounds for cross the chest cable presses like that. That's wickedly hard. But we got 10 reps. So I will take it. That's the first time we've hit 60s like that. So moving up a little bit. So with that, guys, make sure you're out there working on your goals, getting your stuff done, and most of all, just don't be a lazy fuck.